name is Steph Bridge. I've been kiting since 2002 and I'm from Exmouth in Devon. I used to do freestyle all the time and I still do a little bit but not huge amounts, but for the last sort of 2 years I've been really focusing on the kite racing, which is a kind of new discipline for kite surfing where we use a fairly big board like this and we focus on going upwind, downwind as fast as we can. It's a race around buoys, it's really fun. Been about development of not only the boards but also the fins, and then it's been about the kites that fly as far forward in the window so you get upwind as possible. The line length has been changed according to the wind strength. So we've got the kit element going on, and then we've got the ability to sail the board really well. So it's all right having the best kit, but you've also got to put the weight in the right position and twist your feet and have the strength in your legs as well. It's quite physical. So most of the races are won on the ability to go as close to the wind as possible, a bit like in America's Cup. So if you can go upwind really well, then you're generally going to do quite well. So we've been focusing on the kit to do that, and then personally in yourself you've got to be able to turn the board really well. So tacking and jibing. So tacking really fast and gaining speed after the tack, and then the same with jibing at speed, and not only jibing in flat water but jibing when there's lots of waves and not crashing. That's also important. Okay, so this is the new board for 2010 that's come out from North Kiteboarding. It's based on Charles Delow's model from last year, who won the tour from PKRA. It's as you can see, it looks like a directional in that it's pointy-ish, but the difference is that the foot straps, you've got obviously them separated here, and it makes for more comfy riding. And if we look at the board like in this profile, you'll see that we've got much sharper rails that extend right the way along, and then it's a much flatter rocker line. Also, you can probably see the fins are huge, but strangely enough, this is what we've been working on, is not only the size of the fin according to the wind strength, but also the angle that the fin is relative to the board. So the more angled out the fin is, was what we used to sail when the boards were just two finned, whereas now we go for this quad fin setup where we have a slightly smaller angle at sort of 5 to 8 degrees, and this is what we use pretty much all the time. But the fin size we change according to the wind. So at the moment this is pretty much set up for like 18 knots and under, and then as it gets windier I reduce the fin size a bit. But strangely enough, we can cope with quite big fins, much bigger fins than what you really would think that we would be able to. It's an all-round board. You don't need two boards. You don't need a light wind board and you don't need a strong wind board. What we tend to do is we just use this board as the one board, and then just change the fins and also change the line length of our kite. So in really light winds, like 6 knots, we would put fins like this on, and then 32 meters on the lines with a big kite, and you would be fine in light winds. And then in stronger winds, you would go down to your normal line length at sort of 25, 26 meters. But the other really nice thing about this board is that it's not only good for racing, but it's really great for bigger guys and for people that want to sail in light winds. So if you go down to the beach and it's a nice sunny day and it's 10 knots, you can go out on this board and go upwind. You won't go downwind, you won't be walking upwind, and you'll have a really great time. And it is a really good fun thing to do with lots of kites. And when you're on the start line with 80 people on the line and it's just, you're just trying to get the best start, it's super lots of adrenaline, and it's good for people that are young as well as old. So I think for that reason, I think it'll definitely grow.